Hello, hi everyone. Welcome back to Weekly Korean Live class and my name is Keijin. 안녕하세요, 케이진입니다. And 안녕하세요, 침침입니다. Hello everyone. And I hope you don't hear the sounds of crow outside. I don't know, the crows in my neighborhood are very noisy today. 안녕하세요, 디샤 and 리안 and 정우, 킴, 크리스, CD, 푸아, 아르티, 주아한. Yes, great! By the way, do you know how to say crow in Korean? Crow. Kak, kak. You know the blackbirds, right? Blackbirds. Is 까, 마, 귀, 까마귀. Chris, exactly. Crows are scary. 까마귀는 무서워요. 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 무서워요 means scary. I think they're gone. Wait, they are. Noise again. So 까마귀, 까마귀. You can sometimes find 까마귀 in Korea, but the other bird, 까치, 까치 is more common. What is 까치 in English? 까치. Let me actually check the dictionary. 까치, 까치. So this is a traditional Korean bird. Oh, it said magpie? Magpie? Yes, 까치. 까치 is more common than 까마귀. But those are enemies. So if you see 까마귀, there's no 까치 in their area. If you see 까치 in their area, there's no 까마귀 because they're enemy. They always fight. Okay. Great, we learned new words. New Korean bird words. Oh, W, I made it to the live. Awesome. Welcome. NANJ vlog. How do you say I miss you in Korean? I miss you in Korean. Oh, Puar, how smart you are. That's right. It's 보고 싶어. 보고 싶어. It's informal. It's very informal. So you can use it to your friends. But if you want to say a bit more politely, then you can just put yo at the end. Yo. But this is optional. So it depends on the relationship with that person. 보고 싶어 or 보고 싶어요. It literally means I want to see you. I want to see you. AK hasn't joined the live for a long time. Disha, that's right. Koati. Right, magpie is very noisy. CD and BJ, Punam, hello. And Jennifer, hello. It's great to see you guys again. How are you guys? Spring is coming. Do you like spring? I really like spring. I like spring, but I have hay fever. So excuse me if I sneeze today. If I sneeze because of the hay fever. I hope I don't do it. By the way, another words before our lesson. What is sneeze in Korean? Sneeze. Sneeze in Korean is 재채기. 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 It means sneeze. 재채기. And Metabon Paradero on Facebook also said, what time is it now in Korea? In Korea it's 1:04. 5 past 4. No, 4 past 1. 4 past 1. Yes. 안녕하세요, Ian and Karen. We have many students. Lei, Frankly, 안녕하세요. 타타, 크리스, that's right, 재채기, 제초. Okay, so before starting our lesson, I see some new students here, so let me give you some announcement as usual. get your free Hangul worksheet. That's right. I'm writing a lot of Korean letters on this board today. But if you're not familiar with this Korean alphabet, oh, lucky you! Because we prepared a Hangul worksheet. Hangul worksheet. So what is Hangul? Hangul is the Korean alphabet. So yes, this is a page that you are gonna see if you click the link in the description. Yes. So as you saw, I already prepared a summary of today's lesson with lots of examples in the lesson note. How do you get the lesson note? It's completely free. Here, click the blue button. But the thing is, you have to sign up. But you don't have to purchase any subscription if you have just free account. If you have just KoreanClass101.com account, then you can download it for free. So check it out. And if you're super beginner and if you don't know how to read the Korean alphabet, we have this free Hangul ebook. You can download it for free too. By the way, my student said, it's not my opinion, my student said some people say it takes 20 minutes to understand all the Korean alphabet. And some people say it takes 2 hours. Some people said it's few days, but the thing is, it's very easy to understand the Korean alphabet. It's on average, it doesn't take even few hours, but it takes time to memorize it. But understanding is so easy. So please check it out. And if you want to get the previous lesson note of my classes, then if you scroll down, you can download all for free if you have the account. We did lots of lessons like this. Oh, I like looking at this. I feel like I'm so proud of this. I had lots of great memories with my students here, so it reminds me of good days. Okay, so let's start our lesson, and Cody is here too. So I think we are all ready, right? So today's topic is about 있다. How can I point correctly? 있다 or 없다. 있다, 없다. Mari, I'm into grammar now. Perfect, because today's lesson is related to grammar too. And Charity, 안녕하세요. Okay, so does anyone know what this means? It's written here, right? 있다 means to exist, there is, to have. So basically, it's talking about the existence. Existence. So for example, is there an apple here? Yes, it is. Yes, there is an apple. So you can use the verb 있다 here. 있다. Do Chim have an apple here? Yes, he has an apple. So 있다. So does apple exist? Yes, the concept is existence. That's it. But this verb doesn't really have the exact translation in English. It literally means to exist, but you don't say exist a lot in English, right? Oh, phone exists or pen exists. You don't really say that, but in Korea, we use this a lot because it can mean there is, to have. So it depends on the situation. 리안, 사과 있어요? Yes, exactly. Do you have an apple? So if you see this verb 있다, 있다, you have to know what it means. It can be exist, or it can be there is, or it can be to have. So it depends on the situation. But the concept is easy. Exist or not, or do you have or not? Mary, 돈이 없다. I don't have money. The thing is, we have this verb too. 없다, 없다, 없다. By the way, I try to repeat the Korean words many times. And if you're alone at home, then please repeat after me loud. 없다, it means to not exist. There is no or not to have. So basically, it's opposite word of 있다. In English, you don't have that word, so you just put not exist, right? But in Korean, we have a specific word for the status of not existing or not having. Interesting, which is 없다. So that's it. So this is today's lesson. It's going to be very easy. Oh, Metabon said, teacher, I can't click the link. Anyway, I'm watching you now on Facebook Live. That after the live, you can find the link. Well, actually, I can also put the link again in the comments. So check it out because the lesson notes is really useful. My lesson just lasts 30 minutes, right? It's too short, so I cannot give you all the example stuff. So please check out the lesson note in the description. Okay, so how can you use this verb? So 있다, 없다 is a dictionary form. So when you check this verb in the dictionary, you will see this 있다, 없다. But you know what? We don't use 있다, 없다 when we speak. We change the form. We change to the spoken form. So this is just a dictionary form. This is not what we say. To say, we change the form to something different. Actually, Korean language is not easy. That's right. Korean language is very different from the English. For example, this verb doesn't exist. That's why the only way you can improve and get fluent in Korean is to be consistent in learning this language. So 있다 and 없다 is dictionary form. So how do we make it as 있다, 없다? How can we make it as spoken form? Let's start with informal form. Informal form is the one that you use with your friends or someone you are very close to or someone who are younger than you. So for example, you just put remove 다 at the end and just put 있어, 없어. So I'm asking 침침, hey 침침, do you have a pineapple? Do you have a pineapple? I want pineapple. And 침침 said, yes, I do have, or I have it. Or yes, there is. Yes, it exists. Yes, I have it. He can say, 있어, 있어. And 침침 said, what, pineapple? Keijin, it's spring. It's not easy to get pineapple in Korea right now. 없어, 없어. I don't have it. 없어. So this is casual form. But what if you're talking with your neighbor and you're pretty close to neighbor, but still the neighbor is older than you and you are not super duper close to them yet. So in that case, you wanna put 요 at the end. 있어요, 없어요, 있어요, 없어요. So this is still polite but friendly. 있어요, 있어요. It means same. I have it. Or there is. 없어요. Oh, I don't have it. 없어요. And now your boss is asking, hey, 침침, did you prepare your report? Do you have the report right now? 네, I have the report. 네, 보고서 있습니다. But, I don't have it right now. I put it in my home. Put it at my home. I don't have it. 없습니다. So this is formal way to say it. 없습니다. 주어한, yes, 질문이 있어요. I have a question. So 있습니다, 없습니다. So if you wanna say I have a question politely and formally, then you can say 질문이 있습니다. I don't have a question. 질문이 없습니다. Okay, so these are the conjugation, but please remember all these conjugation, all these form are basically from this same verb. 있다, 없다, 있다, 없다. Here's one more thing to remember, which is the particle. Yes, particle. So when you use this verb, 있다, 있다, 없다. You use the particle 이 or 가. 이 or 가. 이 or 가. What does it mean? For example, I want to say, I have. Oh, okay, let's use the question. Question in Korean is 질문. 질문. So there are two different particles here. 이 or 가. Which one should I use? 질문. 질문. Harsh and Lian and Jilly. Oh, by the way, if you see Nightbot on YouTube, that's not us, it's a robot. So we don't want to remove your comment, but it automatically removes it. So I'm sorry. So what's the answer here? 질문이 있다 or 질문가 있다. Which one is correct? 리안. Exactly. 저는 질문이 있어요. It's not 가. Why did I choose 가, not 이? Why did I choose 이, not 가? Because 질문. Do you see this? This is 받침. 질문. It ended with consonant, right? 질문. 질문. If it ended with consonant, then I use 이. If it ended with a vowel, then I will use 가. For example, how about this? I have an apple. I have an apple, or there is an apple. An apple exists. Apple in Korean is 사과. 사과. It ended with a vowel, so I will be using 가 here. Is that okay? Anna, yes, 가, that's right. Leslie, 있다, 없다, exactly. 세세손, 가, 비, 이. Yes, so you have to use the particle. Why do we use the particle? In English, the word order is very important. So if I say, I have an apple, then everyone knows, oh, I is having the apple. You know that, right? In Korean, word order is not very important. We can say, apple I have, or I apple have. We can mix, but still we understand is I have an apple. But how can you know this is a subject or this is an object in the sentence? Because we have this particle. So by looking at this, if you see 가 after the noun, then you know, 사과 is a subject because 가 is used. Something like that. So it's very important. So I'm not going to dig into all the details about particles today because I did a lot of lessons about particles. So check out my previous lessons. But yes, today's lesson is about 있다, 없다. So let's focus on it. How about this? 없다. It's basically the same. I don't have an apple. Then I'm gonna say 사과가 없다. 사과가 없다. I don't have an apple. Because 사과 ended with vowel sound. So I'm using 가. But if I said I don't have a desk. Oh. Desk in Korean is 책상. It ended with a consonant sound, right? Consonant sound. 책상. So I'll use 이. 책상이 있다. 책상이 없다. 책상이 있다. 책상이 없다. So is that okay? I have a desk. I don't have a desk. Please remember that 있다, 없다 is a dictionary form. So when I say, I don't use 있다, 없다. I will probably say 있어 or 있어요, 있습니다, as I just mentioned before. Okay, so let's look at more sentence pattern, because sentence patterns are always very, very, very useful. So what do I have now? Da-da-da-da. We just practiced this, right? Put object, whatever you want. Anything is okay. Apple, desk, table, sky, moon, star, birds, animal, cat, a dog. Anything is okay. Just put something here and say 이 or 가. 이 or 가. You have to choose. You don't use both. You have to choose one. If something ended with consonant, you will use 이. Like for example, 책. 책, it ended with a consonant, so I'm using 책이 있다. 책이 있다. But I use the dictionary form right now, so you can make many different sentences. But actually, I don't say 있다. I will say 있어 or 있어요. Less Corbett, thank you very much. I'm glad. glad to hear that. 크리스마, exactly. 가방 means a bag. 가방. It means a bag. And 가방, it ended with consonant, so I will use this. For example, where's my bag? I lost my bag. I don't have a bag right now. Then I will use 가방이 없어요. 가방이 없어요. 가방이 없어요. I don't have a bag. Where is it? 가방이 없어요. I use 이 here because 가방, it ended with consonant. Riskia, when do you have to use the 다 after it? 있다 is a dictionary form. So I will probably use when I write a diary. I'm not talking to anyone. I'm talking to myself. So I often use 다 form when I use diary. Or report is written form, right? But as a beginner, I strongly recommend you to use the spoken form. I'm using the dictionary form because if you know the dictionary form, then you can conjugate with other conjugations like I want to have it, or I want to something, or I'm going to. So when you conjugate with other forms, other sentence pattern and grammar, you have to start with this dictionary form because this is the basic form. So that's why I'm showing it. So you can conjugate it with other grammar. But I wouldn't say 있다, 없다. I would say 있어, 없어, or 있어요, 없어요. 살아, exactly. So another example here would be 오렌지 is orange, as you can guess. 오렌지 is Korean pronunciation. This is a Korean way to pronounce orange. And 오렌지, it ended with vowel. So I'm using 가. 오렌지가 있어요. In my home, I have orange. I have an orange. 오렌지가 있어요. I don't have an orange now. 오렌지가 없어요. 오렌지가 없어요. So, I think you are familiar with this form, right? Let's make it a little bit advanced. 다라란 is a bit longer, right? We just learned this. Object 이가 있어요. Or 있다. So you understand it. But now I put this. Subject 은는. 카데가, I'm glad you enjoy it. Now, I'm putting subject because, you can say there is or it exists, but I want to say the subject specifically. For example, my younger sibling, my brother has homework. So if you don't put subject, well, you have to guess what is the subject. But I want to specifically mention the subject. Who doesn't have it or who has it. So I'll be putting some subject and put 은는, and then some object 이가 있어요. 있어요. So now let's do homework. What is homework in Korean? What is homework? Homework in Korean is 숙제. It ended with 제에 vowel. So it should be 숙제가. 숙제가 있어요. It means there is homework. But I specifically mentioned my brother, my younger sibling, my younger brother. So in English, you just say brother, but in Korea, we have this word, 동생. It's younger sibling. It can be female, it can be younger sister, or it can be male. It can be my younger brother. So it doesn't matter. 동생 is just younger sibling. So 동생. So should I use 은 or 는? 동생. It ended with consonant, right? 동생, 생. So I'm using 은 here. 은. 은. What if I want to say me? Me in Korean is 저 or 나. 나 is very informal and 저 is polite. So I want to be polite. So let me say 저. 저. Should I use 은 or 는? 저, 저, yes, it ended with a vowel sound. So I'm using 는 here. 는. 저는. So when something ended with consonant, then you use 은. When something ended with a vowel, then you use 는 here. 저는 숙제가 있어요. I have homework. So is that okay? So the English translation would be subject has object, but literally, let me break down. Subject, 은는 is topic marking particle. So it means as for. As for what? About. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about me. So 은는 is topic marking particle. And object 이가 있어요. It means there is something. There is homework. So it literally means as for me, about me, there is homework. But it doesn't sound natural in English, so I'm just using the natural translation. Subject has object. So, but it literally means, as for me, there is homework. But natural English is, I have a homework. Let's practice. You know what? I have smartphone. Surprise! I have a smartphone. Yes, that's fact. I have smartphone. So me, I'm using 저 again. 저는 스마트폰 means smartphone. That's how Korean people say. 스마트폰, it ended with consonant, right? Consonant. So I'm using 은. 저는 스마트폰이 있어요. 스마트폰이 있어요. As for me, there is smartphone. It means I have a smartphone. 7096 동생은 숙제가 있어요. Is this correct? Yes, exactly. My younger sister or my younger brother has homework. Perfect. 저는 스마트폰이 있어요. Vanessa, great job. And Arpita, yes. Jilly, 저는 스마트폰이 있어요. 저는 스마트폰이 있어요. So, 있어요 often use the particle 이 or 가. Okay, my smart students are familiar with this form, so let me make it a bit more complicated. How about this? Object is on, at, in, place. Place에 object 이가 있어요. How about this? Do you like Blackpink? Blackpink in Korean is Blackpink. I should put some space here. Blackpink. It's a popular Korean girl group. Blackpink. I want to say Blackpink is in Korea. So Blackpink, should I use E or Ka here? E or Ka? Blackpink, it ended with vowel sound, so I'm using Ka. Blackpink가 있어요. It means there is Blackpink. There is Blackpink. Blackpink exists. There is Blackpink. But this time I want to say where is Blackpink. I want to mention the location, the place where Blackpink is. So let's use Korean. Korea. Korean in Korean is 한국. 한국. 한국에 블랙핑크가 있어요. Forest, that's right. 불핑이라고 씁니다. Blackpink is too long for Korean people, so we often say 불핑. But if you say 불핑, then this particle should change because 불핑, it ended with consonant. So you are using 이 불핑이 있어요. So it's same as Blackpink, but it's too long for Korean, so we shortened. 불핑이 있어요. 한국에 불핑이 있어요. Yes. 한국에 방탄소년단이 있어요. 한국에 트와이스가 있어요. 젠나, that's right. 한국에 엑소가 있어요. Is it clear? Then let's try this too. How about this? My example is oh my god, crows are saying, hey, it's time. But let me give you one more example. Crows cannot disturb me. So how about this? I have dry eyes these days. So I always eat eye drops. Eye drop. Eye drop in Korean is 안약. 안약. Should I use E or Ka? 안약. It ended with consonant, right? Consonant. So 안약이 있어 means I have eye drop or there is eye drop. Eye drop. But this time I want to say, eye drops are in my bag. Do you remember bag? We learned today which is 가방. 가방. And you need to use this particle 에. 에 is location marking particle. 가방에 안약이 있어요. So this can mean I have eye drops in my bag or eye drops are in my bag. So 가방에 안약이 있어요. If you try to translate it directly, that means this. 가방, bag. 에 is particle. So in English it's something like on or at or in. So when you refer to some location, you always use a particle. At or in or on, right? On the desk or in the station. At something. So a is something like that. In English, you put it before the noun, like in the station, on the table. But in Korean, we put after the noun, 가방에. So it means in the bag. 안약, eye drop. 이 있어요 means exist. So it literally means in the bag, eye drops exist or there is eye drop. But in natural English, it would be something like I have an eye drop in my bag or eye drops are in my bag. Eye drop is in my bag. 가방에 안약이 있어요. I want to say, I have dry eyes, but I don't have the eye drop. Then I will say, 가방에 안약이 없어요. 없어요. I don't have it. There is not. Doesn't exist. 가방에 안약이 없어요. 가방에 안약이 안약 means eye drop. 안약, eye drop. Okay. 주지문, Arpita and Rian. Is it all good? Pura, Jim, Disha. I'm so glad my great students are always here to learn Korean with me. So you J-Hope Max 21. So you use only a instead of one of these prepositions. There's no preposition in Korean. In Korean, we only have particle. So for location, we use 에. Location marking particle 에. Okay, so thank you everyone. I hope today's lesson was useful. Oh, Ali, it's been a while. Thank you for joining. And 카데가 가방에 립스틱가 있어요? 립스틱? 립스틱 is lipstick. Ooh, lipstick. It ended with consonant, so you have to use 이, not 가. 립스틱이 있어요. I have a lipstick. 립스틱이 없어요 means I don't have lipstick. So I hope today's lesson was useful. And Miss Hemi loves K-pop and RT. Wassam, thank you. Wassanda, thank you. Yes, so it's homework time. RT, I get complaint when I don't give homework to my students. I love that. Julie. So what about 에서? It's great. 에서. And actually, I already did this lesson, the difference between 에서 and 에. So let me give you quick summary. 에서 is location particle too, and actually it's more common. And 에 is location marking particle too. But when there is some state like 있다, what else? 있다 is the most common one. So it often use 에. So state is just state. 있다 is you just talk about existence, right? It's not moving or study. But 에서 is often used with action verb. For example, I study at the library. I study in the library. Then you use this. 도서관에서 공부해요. Or I exercise. Where should I exercise? In the living room. Living room in Korean is 거실. 거실에서 운동해요. So with action verb, you use 에서 and use status like existence or not. Or, how about to live? You live in the Philippines. You live in India, right? It's not like action verb. So you can use 에. 인도에 살아요. But if you want to use live as an action verb, for example, you make a living there, right? Then you can use 에서. So both are fine for live, 살다, but you can also use 에. So, Jilly, no problem. Thanks for asking a great question. So just point is with the action verb when something is happening right now, then you use 에서, and for just normal status like you exist or not, you live or not, then you use 에. This is much more common. And if you want to know the more differences, 에서 and 에, check out my previous lesson. Thank you, Julie. Okay. Great. Anchilon, please teach us soon for the assimilation of S and this, right? Actually, I already did this lesson too. So check out my previous lesson about the double consonants. So how can you check my previous lesson? You can find the playlist on the Facebook or YouTube or even the link in the description. But if you check the YouTube, then you can see hundreds of my previous lessons. And I already did those lessons. Oh, Vinay, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. You are amazing too. And Ray, thank you. Thank you for watching my videos all the time. Ju, it was part of Hangul lesson. That's right. Hangul is the Korean alphabet. So if you're not familiar with all this Hangul, please check out the link in the description. And Rachel, great. I'm glad it was useful. Roy, you enjoyed it. Yay. Hey, Emiko, I'm improving. You think? I think so too. Jongwoo, step by step, sooner or later, we'll all reach advanced level. Exactly. Kira, I'm confused with double consonant too. I know that's confusing. That's why I made a special lesson for double consonant only. So please check out. 정우, that's why I read your comment. By the way, if I don't mention your name, I actually check every single comment after my live. So sorry for not mentioning. Please try to leave more comments so I can notice you. Jess, yes, I'm not forget homework. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry, my students. So, Super Cajun. Yes, this is my Instagram. So, can you make this sentence? Can you make a sentence? I have a car. Don't say answer yet. People will copy your answer. So please, shh, don't say anything. But can you say this in Korean? I have a car. By the way, I don't have a car. But can you make a sentence? You can use polite form or informal form or formal form, or you can even use a dictionary form, or you can use the sentence pattern we learned this or this. Is up to you. It's up to you. So please use the words that we learned today. Car in Korean is 차. 차, by the way. 차. You can say 차 or 자동차. Both are fine. But I often use 차 because it's shorter. So this is my Instagram ID, and please do the homework and upload it on your Instagram story. If you tag my ID, I can check your name, your story, and then correct you and give you feedback. I'm getting a lot of messages, so if you send a DM, I'm sorry, I cannot answer you directly, but if you mention my name by tagging me, then I'll try to answer you. I try to repost it in 24 hours because I know it disappears in 24 hours, so I'll do my best. So please do your homework because I want you to practice Korean to improve your Korean language skills. Thank you very much, 정우 and Vinay. Oh, I see you're 3 and Kim, but I will probably keep saying the account name because then other people know that it's mentioned. You are mentioned. I want other people know that too. So Kwati and Kira. Oops. Someone say the answer. Shh. So thank you very much, and next week I'll be back again with a new topic. I'm sure next week's topic you guys will love it. So please join it again. It will be, I'm really sure you will love it. How to learn Korean grammar. Yes, I'm going to talk about how to learn Korean grammar next week, so please join it again. It will be 1 p.m. in Korean time, which means the time will be different in your country. It can be 1 a.m. in your country, or 3 a.m., 5 a.m., 9 p.m. I hope you can join it. This lesson will be very, very useful. So please join it. Binay. I know your name, but I try to use your account name. So please join it. It will be next Thursday, which is March 25th. So thank you, Leslie, for lots of comments today, and Anna, thank you as always. You are an amazing student. And Stephen, Mary Jo is so excited. Me too. Wari and Eugene. And Joe Mari. Oh, you are Korean, but you don't speak Korean. Perfect. Let's study more Korean. And Gilla, 숙제. It means homework, right? Yes, I did. I gave you homework. So if you want to practice Korean, do your homework. And if you don't have Instagram, please leave a comment on YouTube or Facebook directly. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye. Thank you.